President Rodrigo Duterte takes full responsibility for the temporary detention of Australian missionary nun Sister Patricia Fox. He admits he ordered the Bureau of Immigration to investigate her. Fox was detained by the BI on Monday for supposedly engaging in political activities and anti-government demonstrations. Duterte says, quote, "It was upon my orders, implemented by the BI, and I take full responsibility, legal or otherwise, for this incident." But the president says he only ordered an investigation into Fox's disorderly conduct, not her detention. Duterte accuses Fox of bad-mouthing his administration and that she allegedly deserves to be barred entry from the Philippines. He also claims Fox made remarks critical about the government and that these constitute a violation of sovereignty. Duterte says, quote, "Don't let her in because that nun has no shame." Presidential spokesman Harry Roque earlier said apologies are in order because the BI had made a mistake in detaining Fox. He also warns leftist groups not to invite foreigners into the country or else they will be arrested. Party of European Socialists Deputy Secretary General Giacomo Filibec was barred from entering the Philippines and immediately deported Sunday. Filibec was a guest of political group Akbayan for an event in Cebu. Cabinet Secretary Leoncio Avasco Jr. says his friendship and working relationship with President Rodrigo Duterte remain intact, despite being removed as chairperson of the National Food Authority Council. Malacanang on Tuesday announced that supervision of the NFA will revert to the Agriculture Department. The official announcement did not explicitly say Avasco was removed as the council's chairman. Presidential spokesman Harry Roque only said it was a matter of course that Avasco would no longer be part of the council since the NFA was no longer under his office. Avasco says he respects Duterte's decision to reorganize the NFA Council. He says he can never break the trust given to him by the president, adding Duterte appointed him to the position. Various law groups on Wednesday urged a United Nations expert to probe President Rodrigo Duterte's actions and statements against the Philippine judiciary. In a report sent to UN Special Rapporteur on the independence of judges and lawyers Diego Garcia Sayan, the law groups accused the Duterte administration of disregarding the independence of the judiciary and the role of lawyers. Among the law groups who sent the appeal are the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, National Union of People's Lawyers, alternative law groups, Ateneo Human Rights Center, Free Legal Assistance Group, Manananggol Laban sa EJ Case, and the International Pro Bono Alliance. They cite efforts to undermine the judiciary, including the bid to unseat Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno, connecting human rights lawyers to drug lords, and the inclusion of lawyers in the list of alleged terrorists. IBP Abjel Fajardo says, quote, "Such jeopardizes the very essence of democracy in the Philippines, particularly the matter of checks and balances." NUPL chairperson Nery Colmenares says Duterte's recent proclamation that he is an enemy of Sereno can have a chilling effect on judges in the country. But Malacanang says the president is not attacking the judiciary. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque says Duterte's remarks against Sereno only show his dislike for her and not of the institution she leads. Roque also insists the call for Sereno's impeachment did not originate from Malacanang. Grab Philippines on Wednesday admits it didn't inform riders about the ride-hailing company's 2 peso per minute travel charge when it was first added to their fare in June last year. Grab Philippines Chief Brian Koo says there's no fare breakdown provided to riders as what they are shown upon booking is the upfront price or the total fare they pay at the end of the trip. Koo insists Grab is transparent in its charges. He adds there was nothing illegal in charging the 2 peso per minute charge, contrary to the allegation of PBA Representative Jericho Nograles. Koo says, quote, "We are not hiding the fact that we charge 2 pesos per minute since July. We are well within our rights to charge the 2 pesos. Grab charges a flag-down rate of 40 pesos with an additional 10 to 14 pesos per kilometer. The travel duration charge is added on top of the base fare and distance charges. The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board is probing the alleged illegal charges. Nograles is demanding that Grab refund its customers a total of 1.8 billion pesos in overcharged fares for the last 5 months alone. Grab is now a monopoly in the Philippines after Uber closed on April 16. South Korea seeks to open discussions about ending the war with a nuclear-armed North at a rare inter-Korean summit next week. This after United States President Donald Trump said the summit between North Korean leader Kim Jong-Un and South Korean President Moon Jae-in could, with his blessing, discuss a peace treaty to formally close the conflict. Trump says, quote, "People don't realize the Korean War has not ended. It's going on right now, and they are discussing an end to the war." He adds, quote, "Subject to a deal, they have my blessing, and they do have my blessing to discuss that." The White House says Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-Un have not spoken directly, but the U.S. president confirms Washington and Pyongyang have been in contact at very high levels to prepare for a historic meeting between them. The Washington Post earlier reported CIA Director Mike Pompeo met Kim on a secret trip to North Korea over the first weekend of April, shortly after he was nominated to be Secretary of State. The 1950-53 Korean War ended in an armistice rather than a peace treaty, leaving the two sides technically at war. The demilitarized zone between the North and South are full of minefields and fortifications. Both Pyongyang and Seoul claim sovereignty over the whole Korean peninsula, but the treaty can imply mutual recognition of each other. The North will likely demand the withdrawal of U.S. troops from the peninsula, while the South and Washington want Pyongyang to give up its nuclear ambitions. United States President Donald Trump's only appointee to the Supreme Court, Justice Neil Gorsuch, casts a surprise vote in a decision released Tuesday, favoring an immigrant fighting deportation. Gorsuch joined in a 5-4 ruling stating that the legal definition of a crime of violence, which was being used to deport Philippine-born James Garcia de Maya, was too vague. According to federal law, immigrants convicted of crimes of violence are to be deported. De Maya, who was convicted of burglary in California, challenged his deportation on the grounds that this offense was not severe enough to be considered a violent crime. The ruling is a setback for the Trump administration's hardline immigration policies. Trump slams the SC decision and called for congressional action to set an immigration crackdown into law. He tweets, quote, "This is a public safety crisis that can only be fixed by Congress. House and Senate must quickly pass a legislative fix to ensure violent criminal aliens can be removed from our society. Keep America safe." The staunchly conservative Gorsuch, who cast the deciding vote, is often referred to by Trump as a justice who will stand up for the values cherished by his core supporters, including gun rights and opposition to abortion.